Well, no, Mongolia has a 1 gold for the women.
For the women,
India.
India, back in 2013, if I remember what you said.
Yep.
Is there anybody else?
I'd have to think back. No, for the women, India, New Zealand. Oh, China. China won in 2022.
Yeah, China.
And the rest of them belong to the Aussies.
Kobayashi with the first bucket of the game, and
Polite ricochets off the front iron. So for New Zealand, a name that we haven't called very much is Ezra McGoldrick, and she's a certified star, usually a top player in the field. She came out of group play with just 1 point, 1 of 7 shooting, and I think that contributes to their 13 points per game average. Meantime, it's Chiba contributing to her team in the right way, off the window. McGoldrick
with great footwork.
Up top, Hippolyte turns the corner. Hippolyte with a creative shot attempt. It goes begging.
Got it off in time.
Faruqi, who got the dime delivery of the tournament so far. Chiba on the run like the Jay-Z and Beyonce tour. Remember that one?
I do.
3-zip. Ella down to McGoldrick. That should be easy money. There's her 2nd point of the Asia Cup 2024. Got a foul, Black. New Zealand's first, Japan lead by 2. New Zealand 6 of 25 from 2-point range in group play. And again, I mentioned that 30% inside the 2-point arc, 1 of 30. Japan not so great with their 2-point percentage, but not bad either. 6 of 20 in group play. That's 30%. For an outdoors game, 30% ain't too shabby.
Oh man, it's more than decent. Knowing that you get more shots in the shorter span, and that you're also playing outside when sometimes it could be windy.
Yeah, but you're right. It's more than decent. Actually, they're 30% from 2-point range. Japan is #1 in the women's competition. Faruqi, cross-court pass. Give me the Wilson back. She runs into Sharn. Thing to be doing this done. Where it from? All right. 4-1. I worry about you sometimes with these little glitches you have. You start singing songs and they're just weird.
The little glitches I have. All right.
I don't know. And then you want to project it on me. Kurabayashi. Count it. And the foul. It's a good old-fashioned 2-point play opportunity. Scoring through the contact. Kurabayashi.
Never forget one very important fact, sir.
What's that?
That no one is not gonna confuse my voice and your voice, because you're the voice.
Well, I think we kind of sound alike, actually, especially when you make your predictions. I don't know. You know, I don't know if they can tell us apart. That's fine with me, because I'm always gonna tell the truth in the end. So,
because you can't be wrong at that point.
Of course.
You're like the chameleon.
So when I say I said something, they run it back. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like Kyle. It's excellent for me.
So you're looking for that plug, aren't you now?
Hey.
So you better ask nicely.
Don't make that public information. 6'2". Yes, I am looking for the plug. Thank you.
You're welcome.
McGoldrick, she wants goal. She turns around on the baseline, splashes it.
Well, she heard you.
And she's off to a good start. I was curious to see how she would play today. I know her ability.
She heard you, and she wants to make sure she reminds all of us
that she's the real deal.
Exactly.
Quarterfinal action underway from the Singapore Sports Hub at OCBC Square. Kyle Montgomery, Angelo Sakarakis here with you as we are moving through the final day of the 7th edition of the Asia Cup. 3rd straight year we've been here in Singapore. We always get a memorable tournament, especially on the final day. Hippolyte turns around. Robati will snag it. And she will draw the foul that will put her on the line.
Chiba has been playing with such a spark. Very generous. Playing so fast, knocking down important shots. She heard me talk about her, and she wants to make me look good. I appreciate you.
That was nice. 2 is drained from deep. Japan had plenty of weaponry. 4-2 comes in. Ella misses the 2-stroke. Japan's guard play could be disruptive here. And the quickness of Kaneda, you could see, oh, lost. She was so quick, she left the ball behind. Chiba. Robati. 4-2. McGoldrick fading away, misses it, uses those long arms to try to get the rebound. She gets whistled for the foul instead. As Ezra will substitute out Hippolyte. Looks like she will check in. Well, we'll see what they decide as both teams will step aside. Speaking of stepping aside, look at that move right there. Ezra McGoldrick getting active here early for New Zealand. Exactly what the Tall Ferns needed after coming out of group play with a pedestrian performance.
Kyle, there's one issue that I have with both teams so far. They haven't been able to utilize any kind of mismatch situation besides the few buckets that we saw from McGoldrick. They have the ability, both teams, with Kuribayashi and McGoldrick, to put much more pressure on the defense with that mismatch and inside presence. And right now, I don't know if we got to give the credit to the defense or if whether both teams are kind of staying away from that option. But there you go. You see, there's a mismatch in the paint for like 10 hours with Rabati, and unfortunately Hippolyte does not even look that way. And that's kind of like what I'm reproaching both teams at this time of this game, coming close to the halfway point.
Hippolyte being impolite. Got to get it down low when Sean has position. She doesn't have position for the rebound. Kurabayashi does, but she can't make it count. Stays 8-4 for the moment. New Zealand still haven't cleaned up the scoring woes so far. So we are past 4 minutes to play. Look at, oh, Sean lost a handle on it, having all kinds of issues. So they'll swap out size for size. As Pupuke Robati will have a seat. McGoldrick will come in. Kurabayashi will get the possession started for the Japanese. Furuki. Dish delivered. Oh, I was going to say great recovery defense, but McGoldrick, too much contact on the hand. And that will put Kurabayashi on the line.
New Zealand hasn't been able to construct an offensive game that would put them in a position to put Japan on its heels defensively.
Shout out to Noah Lazarus, my guy.
And there you go.
He's dropped off some snacks for us. There you go. There's a Go Good punch bar. There we are.
Go Good strawberry. Appreciate you.
Excellent. All right, Kaneda to Furuki. Back to Kaneda. Kurabayashi. Time's running out here. 3 seconds to shoot. Furuki puts up a miracle. Oh, that's miracle water. Holy shot. 10-6.
And that's a huge bucket, Kyle, because it responds straight up to Hippolyte's dagger. So Japan can keep a cushion.
Oh, Robati. Oh no, that foul was actually a white.
Furuki holding on to our opponents like hopes.
All right. I see you, Czar. I see you. All right. Here's Sean. Gets it back over to Ella. LMA takes him on a trip. 4-2, 4-1. 3-point game. Up top, Kaneda, high arc. Tasting of the rainbow that time as Sharn will get it to Ella. Ella swings it. Robati, no. McGolrick hustles down the rebound. Robati can't receive the package. It's disrupted. Chiba was standing in the lane. 4:35 to play. But a game that Japan has controlled, not dominated, but controlled. The New Zealand men have secured a spot in the semifinals. And the women trying to join them as well. Tall Blacks are in. Will the Tall Ferns join them? Right now, they're looking at a 3-point deficit. Faruqi trying to use that quickness. Gives it up. Late in the shot clock here, Chiba had plenty of time to get to the rim. But the layup is no-go. 4-2.
Small screen.
Oh. Yep, offensive foul. That's 7 on New Zealand. No free throws, but they are officially in the penalty with the 7th foul. That certainly doesn't help their cause to climb back in this game. Separated by 3 points at the moment. Whoa. Slick spot over there on the court.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because the timing of the slip is exactly the moment where the ball was in reach.
Robati hands it off. Hippo light, soft touch.
Obviously a very smart play, trying to provide Hippolyte with the middle to attack with her strong hand.
Fadeaway is no good. McGolrick. Hippolyte gets it down to Sharn. Puke, Robati, she clears space, gets it back and gets the score.
Could almost give an assist to McGolrick right there, tipping her the ball.
Faruqi trying to orchestrate some offensive action, and the action will come to a pause for now. It's time for a media timeout in a 1-point game. So New Zealand in a good spot, even though they're trailing. As we look back at the 2-piece off the window from Hippolyte, she could be a big difference maker for the Tall Ferns down the stretch here. Here's the look at how the last scores for each team have developed. Kind of slow going for each of these teams.
We haven't had any offensive orgies so far. Most teams struggling to find their rhythm, and I think maybe the defense also picked up to a level of intensity where the understanding of the knockout round makes it
special.
So difficult.
What touch from Robati. He gets a hand on this one. Sets the screen. Hippolyte with the spin screen.
Oh,
stop and go, no.
But how about New Zealand? Up 1.
Kaneda misses the layup that would have tied it, but you're right. New Zealand has taken charge in this game. The Tall Ferns, Sharn. She will miss it, gets it back, up and in it goes for Puke Robati. It comes from a great line of athletes. She's the niece of Steven Adams. You know, big Steven Adams?
Somebody that's kind of like a good basketball player, I think.
And New Zealand shot put great Dame Valerie Adams. So a lot of people don't know that. I mentioned it, I think, last year. Kirabayashi with a wild shot attempt. Things are starting to come unraveled a bit for China. For Japan, excuse me. As they trail by 3, and things get worse. They pick up a foul, pushing the back. That is number 6 on Japan. 2:06 left in the game, and New Zealand, who were down by 3, are now up by 3. They're going on a 6-0 run. It was 10-7 Japan. Goldrick trying to split the defense.
Good idea. A bit unlucky on the execution. I'll tell you one thing, next game promises to have another pace than this one between the Philippines and Chinese Taipei.
That's a fact. Oh, Kaneda got out of there.
Ooh, the cross for Rookie.
Oh, no. See what had happened was.
And then, what, you know, yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, the hesitation for Rookie with the great look for Kobayashi.
Way to set the table. Way to set the table. 13-12. This game is setting up to be another thriller here at the quarterfinal stage in Singapore. Minute 15 and counting. Kaneda to Faruqi. Faruqi on the run. Wild shot attempt. This is where that size of the tall ferns really gives him an advantage. Fotu with a friendly bounce. 15-12. Faruqi, nice response.
Ferocious drive.
Goldrick swings it. Ella. .33 seconds left. 0-2. Call for the foul. That's clearly a fatigue foul.
Yes.
Both teams are absolutely drained in a 15-13 game. But look at Sharn, Buke, Robati. Sometimes they don't have to be pretty. They just have to go in. So you got the ball to trickle in there off the front rim, then off the glass and touches the rim and finally goes down. We see Faruqi respond with the nice drive.
Kyle.
And here are your leading scorers in the game so far. Chiba with 4 and Fotu with 5, along with Sharn's 5. Top the scoring charts for each team.
Kyle, fatigue or not, do not commit that foul because you have an opportunity to see your teammate help on that potential layup, and you can help the helper. Just, you're lucky that Faruqi, that is a good free throw shooter, misses that first one.
Faruqi will trim the lead down to 1.
Could have been a tight game. New Zealand not paying the price for that foul call.
And McGoldrick, that is broken up and stolen away. 21 seconds left. Kurabayashi and Faruqi share it. Faruqi driving. Decides to pull up mid-range. Probably could have drove. Instead, the tall fern snagged the rebound. McGoldrick will clear it.
They need to foul. They need to foul.
Only 1 second separate the game clock and shot clock. They don't foul. Sharn Rabati can't knock it down, but New Zealand will hold on. They survive a tight quarterfinal with Japan, 15-14. They get it done. Storming from behind, they trailed for the majority of the game, but they end up advancing by any means necessary. Credit to Japan. They gave it their best shot this year. But it is the Tall Ferns that will be moving on to the semifinals.